Hey guys, I'm Split Matter, and today I'm going to show you how I made the Halo box art night version, or night mode, with the flashlights and all that stuff that I posted on Reddit. So, okay, so we've got Adobe After Effects here. I used After Effects and Photoshop, but I mostly used After Effects because it's way easier to like do effects and like compositing, and also because I wanted to animate the cinematograph that 343 Industries made. So here we've got the original cinematograph, which has the these lights that go up, you know, these beams that go up to activate the halo, or I don't remember exactly for what they were, but yeah, you have that basically, and the clouds are animated, and the Chief's visor does a bit of animation and all that stuff. So I thought, well, why not make it like nighttime, since it looks like Halo Infinite's gonna have a day and night cycle. I hope. So basically what I did first is add a tritone filter, just to make it look more like nighttime mode, where you have less saturation and stuff, and it looks kind of bluish. And then I added curves to give it a bit of a darker tone as well. And then I did the same with levels, and there we go. And there we got the base, and then another curve to give it a bit more brightness in the highs, but very lightly. So there we've got the base backplate. And then what I started doing is I wanted to occlude the foreground buildings and terrain a bit. So I went ahead and made another layer, and then just made an entire mask that spanned the whole terrain. So you've got that over there. I'm actually gonna hide the helpers here. So I had to do all of this manually, go just around here, you know, boop, doing every single dot in the rocks. I'm gonna show you the mask, and then you've got this subtraction layer here because it's in the middle of the building. And this is a feathered mask, subtraction mask, so that it looks like fog, and stuff like that. So basically, if we go here and lower the opacity, you're gonna see that. Hang on, wrong one. Too many masks. Huh, my brain. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, this is what makes it look a bit like fog there. So basically we've got that first, the foreground occlusion or darkening, and the general base plate. So after that, what I went ahead and did is I added a bit of a flashlight glow here. So I don't know why it's not, oh right, I have to go a bit forward. So I added a bit of a flashlight glow on the armor. Very basic. What this does is it's just a couple of masks. As you can see, this is the main light mask, the green one, as you can see here. And then you've got the arm mask, and then you've got a few subtraction layers so that the background doesn't glow. And basically, what this layer does is it brings back the saturation to the model. And it also changes the color balance of the original image a bit, so that it looks more blue in hue instead of orange like the original image. Then after that, what I did is I went ahead and added, for each light trail that goes up, I added a dynamic mask that changes along with the movement of each light beam. So basically, we've got one for this, one for that one here, and one for this one here. And then, okay, but after that, what I did is I went ahead and added some lights to this building because I checked the original one, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw some glow around here, so I went here to the original one. Alright, I don't know where I have it. Let's see, here, this is the original one. And if you can see here, it has this sort of light beam, light glow. It's a very small detail, but it was there, so I wanted to add it. It's very interesting in the night. So yeah, I added that, and I added a second one, which doesn't glow all the time. It's animated, so basically what it does is this. Let's see if it renders. It's basically a glow that passes through. I don't know if you can see it there. Basically, I added that just for the intro version that I'm using for my YouTube videos. Then I added the Pelican engine glow, which I thought was pretty important for the ambiance. I added some more glow to the armor. Now it's basically same as the low one, but it has a few higher value curves, and I really just added it to balance out the brightness here with the brightness on the other side of the helmet, because otherwise this part was too bright. Then I went ahead and added the light from the flashlights on the visor, so that it looks a lot more like it's occluded there in the middle. And then I went ahead and added a bit of a visor reflection there. It goes up from another beam that's outside of the camera. So basically, it does this whoop. It's obviously looping there, just so it's easier to see. Right. So after that, I went ahead and added the flashlights, which for this I used optical flares, which is a lens flare plugin, which is really cool by Video Copilot. So yeah, I put it there. Then I went ahead and added the same. I added actually a different lens flare, which is slightly stretched and stuff, on the visor as a reflection. And I tried to modify it based on the geometry of the visor. So if the visor goes down like this, I try to make it so that the lights are not perfectly vertical to the in relation to the original lights. So yeah, okay. And about finally, what I did is I went ahead and added some flares to the beams in the backgrounds, just because I thought they looked a bit flat without them in the night. And added an adjustment layer that brightens up the lighting on the right side of the chief to give it a bit more brightness and make it a bit more like I don't know, have a bit more depth to it. And yeah, that's the end result. Basically, I think it came out pretty good. I was thinking of making a 4K version, but it might be a bit complicated because I did this with the Cinematograph, which is 1080, and I would have to basically enlarge all the masks and everything, so I'll see what I can do about that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This is how I did it. It sounds way shorter than it was, but I actually spent quite a few hours doing this. So, oh wait, I was forgetting. I also used Photoshop later. I'm gonna go ahead and open Photoshop here. I also used Photoshop. Oh my god, the lag. There we go. I also used Photoshop for a few things. So this is basically the image that came out of After Effects, and I went ahead and I did some very tiny tweaks. First of all, I added the Halo Infinite logo, which is critical to the image. So I went ahead and boop, added this. Basically kind of like that. There, I added the logo, and then I added my own logo, which is somewhere around here. There we go. I added my own logo here. So I went ahead and copied this. And then I put a little trademark that says wallpaper by Split Matter. And then what I did here is I went to filter, just to give it a bit more definition and make it a bit more oomphy. I went to the filters, I duplicated the layer, and added a high pass with an overlay. So basically go here, overlay. So what this does, it's a very tiny detail, but what this does is it gives the edges a bit more definition. I don't know if you can see that there. It makes it a bit less blurry, basically. So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically what I did with the entire thing. Hope you enjoyed and have a nice day.